This is some archive footage of a red stag roar trip into South Westland, New Zealand. I was in my final year of university at the time.
Come on to a clearing in the bush here. Some nice tops up there, but I don't know if we'll get to it.
Given it was raining so much, it was difficult to hear any stags roaring over the noise of the river, so the plan was to climb up bush spurs and listen out for any roaring stags.
There he is. That's that big stag.
I spotted 2 stags at midday in the tops, which required a scrub-infested climb through South Westland bush. Of the stags was a big black stag which was on the ridge top, and a beautiful 12-point stag on scrub terrace.
Oh, right, I see him. He's not far from where he was, and he's turning his head.
See, I'd go up for that one, because that's a good one.
Okay, we're up here in the guts of a valley, rock outcrop between 2 streams. We've walked up a spur line, come down through some pretty heavy bush. We're in some spectacular countryside, just absolutely gorgeous. Bit of cloud rolling in now across the tops, up that way. What we see up here on the ridge, silhouetted against the background light, are 2 enormous stags with a 3rd smaller one who are roaring each other and responding to our roar. I would go up there and kill them, but of course I'm not going to do that today, or maybe any other day. It's a long way, but they're magnificent animals.
That stag is roaring his guts off. This is certainly inspiring mountainous country. You can see why I'm hardcore addicted to it. Now this sort of country, it teaches you a lot about yourself. It strips you back to your bare essentials. And character building.
After Alan's decision not to pursue them, I clambered straight up the face and sidled in above them. I never saw the big 12-pointer which was on camera roaring on the scrub terrace, and I never saw the big black stag which was right on the ridgeline.
No! No! Oh, here we have the stag. He's a 11-pointer. Not a lot of width, bit of length, but he was roaring quite well. I roared him up and just shot him in the just below the neck. He's big neck skin on him. Beautiful dark coat, and really stinks. Really stinks. So that's him there. don't have a lot of time, so I might just, what do I want to do? No. Yeah. I wondered if I'd shot him at first because I put the shot off and he just ran, but that's the shot there, right into the sweet spot. And yeah, one for the bag. It's a shame, I really wanted to get these other guys up, but yeah, it was a grind. I must admit it was a real grind. I did a lot of sweating pushing up that hill. So, but it is always tomorrow, and I think we have every chance of getting a good animal like this. They're definitely in the tops, these stags. I had 3 of them roaring before. Not a very good position for a photo, but I mean, this is just great. I'm right up here in the fog, probably at about 1500 metres, but I'm not as high as you can be. I mean, look, that there, looking into just the rock face on the other side of the valley, so the valley still goes up, but oh, this is just magnificent. This is really what it's all about. Enjoying moments like these, and it's a great feeling after you've really given it, you know, hammer and tit to get a result like this. It's well worth the blood shed tears. So kudos to Alan for giving me a crack at one of these. It's a shame they're not further down the valley though. It's sort of a view looking up. This is what I could see when I was aiming through the scope. Just popped his head over the spur in this fog. So I gave him one. I just sort of took my time coming over here because you don't want to go rushing in on an animal, because otherwise you'll end up spooking it on further if it's been wounded, and then, you know, the adrenaline gets going and find it difficult to get. So you want to just take your time after your shot, because if you've wounded the animal it's likely to sit down and wonder what happened, and then you can either get another shot into it or you can cut its throat or something, but you don't want to go spooking it.
Unfortunately, I had no head torch in my bag, so I had a hell of a time dropping off the mountain with antlers full skin, back stakes in twilight. I reached camp an hour after dark pretty poked and enjoyed a good night's sleep.
This is where Alan and I and Mick and Peter, we all came up this spur that's just behind the cloud there. Followed that sort of spur up till it tightens off or pinches off. Carried on further up to about there where it goes into a different green colour. Then we left Mick, he went back down and caught up with Peter, and we cut down to the main river, and then Alan went back to camp and I cut up into the tops and then snuck round through these little guts and gullies here and then was looking down onto that terrace, which is where those stags were last night. There's a really big 12-pointer with this group here, and we had them roaring pretty well yesterday, so we're hoping if we just stay up here long enough we can maybe get them to roar again.
Not surprisingly, with the rain and cloud and fog and wind for the last few days, any deer that were seen were generally on the north-facing slopes, and interestingly out of the alpine scrub and above the bush to stay out of that wet, miserable bush.
Camp is just down here and behind that cloud. Some really nice country over in here too, which would be good for holding tar. I saw a chamois just before on that spur just to my right.
it's gone out of view now. You can see the steepness of this terrain. It's just sometimes just faces of sheer rock. And you'd never climb through it unless you were an experienced rock climber or something, mountaineer. And look at this waterfall. Probably drops about 400 metres. That's just a line of water going straight down.
My boots. Trying to stay sane. Let's talk about rice, baby.
I thought you said let's talk about wives.